This is a Vinyasa flow from a Storiyasana. Please begin in child's pose. Knees wide out to the edge of the mat, toes touch, sitting the hips towards the heels and arms extended. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. And as you exhale, relax your whole self. With your next breath, walk your hands to the right off the mat, taking the left hand just a little farther from where it landed, breathing into the left side body. Then slowly coming back to the mat and walking the hands to the left off of the mat. And walking the right hand just a few inches farther from where it landed. Breathing deep down the right side. As you relax. Returning to the mat. Slowly rise up onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. As we move through a few cat-cows. Inhale as you lift the tailbone skywards. Pull the shoulders back and look forward. With your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck the spine, and pull your navel up towards the ceiling. Completing this at your own pace for 6 repetitions. Always starting at the tailbone and articulating the spine 1 vertebrae at a time till you come up to the crown of the head. Exhaling into cat, inhaling to cow, and returning to a neutral spine and moving to spinal balance. Extending the right arm and the left leg out at the same time. And then lowering down and switching left arm and right leg. Using all the muscles in the middle of the body to keep the spine straight and immobile. Extending the arms and the legs. Flexing the feet as if you're pressing your foot against the wall behind you. Moving with your breath. An easy, comfortable pace. Inhaling and exhaling, and returning to child's pose, balasana. Child's pose is a resting pose. You can wring out your wrists if it feels nice. Then coming up into a modified plank, lowering down to the mat, inhaling into a baby cobra, and then exhaling back into child's pose. And continuing this flow 3 times, inhaling to modified plank, exhaling down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Coming up to modified plank, hugging the elbows along the ribs as you lower down. Inhale to lift, and exhaling, sit back. This is a modified version of a flow. You can always take this modified version in place of the full version. Let your movements be fluid. Don't overthink anything. Then returning to child's pose, wringing out the wrists if it feels good. Coming back to all fours, then tucking the toes under and lifting the hips into downward facing dog. You can pedal each heel down 1 at a time if it feels good. Fingers are spread wide, palms pressing into the mat. Head is relaxed as you set your gaze through your ankles, lifting the hips up and pressing the heels down. This is another resting pose. Now inhale up to full plank just for one breath, and exhaling back to downward dog. Once more, inhale plank, exhale back, inhale to plank, and exhale back. This time, step the right foot up between the hands, and then take the right hand over to meet the left so it goes hand, foot across the mat. The back knee is down on the mat, so it's a modified lunge. Drawing the crown of the head forward, feel the stretch in the left hip. Keeping the right knee in contact with the right shoulder, and then extending the right arm up and looking up to the right hand for a gentle twist. Continue drawing the left hip down towards the floor. And taking the hand to the outside of the foot, shifting your weight back to straighten the front leg, and then just moving forward and back a few times. Sinking into the lunge and then sitting back and straightening the back leg. And then drawing the toes up towards the head. Stretching the calf, the Achilles tendon. And then sitting up, taking your hands to your thighs if it feels good. Then lastly, bringing the palms together overhead for a deep stretch, modified crescent lunge. Go ahead and take the hands to the mat, bring the right leg back, and move through the modified flow. Baby cobra, back to child's pose. And then returning to downward dog. We step the left foot up between the hands. If it doesn't make it up between the hands, just go ahead and walk the foot up. And then take it foot, hand across the mat so the hands are next to each other. Relaxing the right hip down towards the ground. Waking up the hips. Go ahead and extend the left arm up, looking up to the left hand. Still drawing the right hip down. And taking the left hand to the mat, shift your weight back, straightening the front leg. And then moving through these two poses a few more times, lunging forward, shifting back, and then staying back, drawing the toes up towards your head. Increase the stretch down the hamstring, down the calf, down the Achilles tendon. Then lunge forward again, bring the hands to the thighs and come up. Lift the heart, and if it feels good, bring the palms together up over the head, look up, nice stretch in the hips, and return the hands to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels out if it feels good. Then inhale, lift the right leg high up to the sky, and then stack the right hip on top of the left, opening your whole torso out towards the right, looking under the right arm. Then set the foot down, pedal the heels out. Doing the same thing on the left leg, lifting it high. You can make circles with your ankles if it feels good. Bending the left knee and using the weight of the left leg to open the hips, open your whole self out to the left. Resetting back to the mat in downward dog. Go ahead and lift the right leg high to the sky. Then as you exhale, step the right foot between the hands into a full lunge. Still leaning slightly forward on the back tiptoes. Heel is lifted. Crescent lunge. Bringing the hands to the heart. And lifting the palms overhead. Returning the hands to the heart. Moving into a twist. Twist the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. You can take your right hand into the back pocket if it helps open up your chest a bit more. Keeping the hand at the midline of the body. Returning up, palms overhead, deep stretch, deep breath in. Exhale, lean forward, take the arms behind the head, the hands, and then take the hands to the mat. Step back into full plank pose. Exhale into full crocodile, hovering over the mat. Then inhale, lift the heart, upward facing dog. Then over the toes, press downward facing dog. Go ahead and inhale the left leg up. And then step the left foot between the hands with your exhale. Still in a low lunge, looking downward. And then lift up, hands to the heart. Bring the palms up overhead, nice stretch. Returning them to your heart. Then twisting, taking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, still lunging forward. You can take the left hand into the back pocket. It helps with the opening. Stay strong, stay rooted in the pose. Then returning, facing forward, palms behind you. Strong in that front leg. Then take the hands to the mat, step back to plank. Exhale down to crocodile. Inhale, lift the heart, upward dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take the right leg high to the sky once more. Shift the weight forward, step the right foot up between the hands, and this time spiral the back heel down flat on the mat as we make our way into Warrior One. We lunge forward, both shoulders face straight forward towards the front of the mat. But you plant that left leg solid and strong into the back of the mat. Warrior One. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you relax. Then go ahead and open out to face the long edge of the mat. Left leg is parallel to the back of the mat. Right leg lunges forward. Warrior Two. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the palms overhead. Exhale and lunge into Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, twist the torso just slightly. Once more, inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, Warrior Two. And then straighten the front leg to stay. Reach forward with your torso and glide down into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Pressing the back of the hand against the calf or the shin or the ankle and looking up to the left hand. The goal isn't necessarily to get your hand to the floor in this, but to really feel an opening and lengthening down the left side body. Revolving triangle, taking the left hand to the mat, twisting and extending the right arm up as you look up to the right hand. If you have to put a little bend in the front knee, that's fine. Now looking down, taking the hand to the mat, shift the weight forward onto the right leg and slowly lift the leg up for standing splits. Rest the head and stare at your right knee. If you want to play around with the pose, you can grab onto the ankle with one hand and then maybe the other, or maybe not. Lift the left leg just a little higher, just millimeters higher. And take the foot down to the mat. Lift just slightly and then fold forward. Totally relaxed. Bring the hands up through the body and reach up. Inhale. As you exhale, relax the hands to the heart, Samastitihi. And inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, take the hands to the mat, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift, crown of the head forward. Exhale the hands to the mat, step back, plank or modified plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's pose. Go ahead and take the left leg high to the sky. As you exhale, shift the weight forward and step the left knee up between the hands. I'm going to spiral that back heel down now. Making our way into Warrior One. Making sure the hips point straight forward as well. This is a forward hip rotation. You can take your hands to your hips and draw them forward until your palms line up with the sides of your mat. As you draw your right hip forward, you pull the left one back. Feel strong and rooted in Warrior One. Then opening out into Warrior Two, feel free to move around on your mat. Take the legs a little wider. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat, sinking into that front lunge. Then we inhale to straighten the leg, exhale to lunge. 2 more times, inhale, exhale to lunge. Last time, inhale, straighten the leg, exhale to lunge. Then moving into triangle, straighten the front leg, reach forward with the torso and glide down triangle pose. Left palms, left knuckles press against the calf, looking up to the right hand, reaching up. Nice length down the right side of the body. Then look down, taking the right hand to the mat, twist, the left arm comes up. Look up to the left hand, revolving triangle. Again, if you have to lunge forward just a little bit, that's fine. Then take the left hand to the mat, shift the weight forward, bring that right leg up, standing splits, walk the hands just a little farther forward, stare at that beautiful knee of yours, relax the head, feel strong and grounded in the left leg. You can play around with grabbing the ankle with one hand or both, and then slowly lower the foot, lift up just a little, and then fold forward to relax. Go ahead and grab the elbows for ragdoll. You can rock left and right if it feels good. Relax your breathing. Moving into monkey pose or gorilla pose, take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Bend your knees as much as you need to wrap your fingers around. And then as you begin to straighten your legs, bend your elbows out to the side to lower yourself deeper into the fold. Keep the head relaxed. Keep the index and middle fingers wrapped around the big toes. Then release. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, rest your hands to your heart. Moving into our balance asanas. Go ahead and shift your weight. Bring your hands to your heart, shift your weight onto the left leg for triangle pose. And bring the right toes to the ankle or the calf. Or you skip the knee joint and can bring the foot up to the inner thigh. Each variation is fine. You can keep your hands at your heart or extend your branches. If you wiggle a little, it's fine. Trees were meant to bend. Lift yourself up and out of the rooted foot. And bring the hands to the heart. And shake out the ankle. And shift sides. Shift the weight and then bring the heel to the ankle. Or maybe the calf. Not the knee, but maybe the inner thigh. It's fine if you're not placing your foot on the same side as the other foot. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Either keeping your hands to your heart, or this time you can extend your arms down. Rooting them down towards the ground. As you pull the shoulders down, lift the crown of your head up, feeling the expansion of the vertebrae in your neck, growing taller, and then shake it out. Here, shift your weight onto your one leg And cross the left ankle over the right thigh and sit back into standing pigeon. So we're on the right leg. Inhale, rise up. As you exhale, flow into warrior three. Left leg goes straight back, arms are forward. Inhale. Exhale, sit, standing pigeon. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior three. Completing this one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit back, standing pigeon. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior three. Go ahead and rise on up, shake it out. And then switch legs. Shift your weight onto your left leg and cross the right ankle at the left thigh. Sit back into standing pigeon, feeling the nice opening of the back of the hip. And inhale to rise up. Exhale, warrior three. Leg goes back, arms go forward. Inhale, exhale, standing pigeon. Variation, you can keep your hands at your heart as you exhale into warrior three. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, lift. Exhale it back. Gently lift up. Shake out the legs. Bringing the hands to the heart, we inhale to lift. Exhale and hinge to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale and hinge to the left. Nice side body stretch. And then go ahead and fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Either staying here, resting in child's pose, or moving through the vinyasa one more time. Then inhale the right leg up. Exhale, take the right knee out to the right edge of the hand as we move into pigeon, full pigeon pose. Your right heel should be resting in your hip. Start with a long spine lifting up, and then as you exhale, walk the hands forward, resting the hand on the top of the head, or extending the arms forward and resting your forehead on the mat. Hanging out here for about 8 breaths. With every exhale, allow one more part of your body to relax. Allow your hips to relax. Allow your arms to relax. Allow your whole self to relax. If your arms are extended, coming back to your hands, this is an optional asana, shifting the weight forward onto your hands so you can bend the back knee and grab onto the top foot with the left hand. So we're grabbing the left foot with the left hand as we lean forward into king pigeon, a deep quadricep stretch. This is optional. You can also just stay in the pigeon pose for a little bit longer. Keeping the heart lifted, and then tuck the back toe under to lift the knee up and shift back into downward facing dog. And go ahead and pedal the heels down one at a time. Noticing the difference, just observing, taking a few moments. And when you're ready, inhale, lifting the left leg up. Exhale the knee out to the left side of the mat. Lift the heart with an inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. Allow yourself to breathe slow and deep. Allow the asana to invite its way into your body. Take one more breath in. Slowly rise up, shifting the weight forward onto the hands, optionally bending the back knee, looking back to the foot and grabbing onto it on the inside, drawing the leg towards your back, still leaning forward to take the pressure off the knee. Deep quadricep stretch and hip stretch in King Pigeon. Allow the right hip to relax down. Draw the heel just a little closer. Then tuck the back toe under to lift the knee up. Send the left leg back into downward dog again. You can option pedaling the heels or resting in child's pose. Either way, coming back up to plank. Exhale to crocodile. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Then go ahead and bring the legs around to the front of the mat, having a seat. Moving into Konasana or butterfly pose. Grabbing onto the ankles or the feet, starting with a straight spine. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, draw yourself forward towards your feet. Allow yourself to relax. Again, give it a couple moments for the body to relax into the asana. You can use the elbows if you like to gently press onto the thighs to help with the stretch. You can draw yourself a little farther forward and then sit up, straightening the legs into a seated forward fold. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up over the head. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward, grabbing onto whatever part of your legs you can make it to, whether it's your toes, your feet, your ankles, or your calves. Relax the head. Keep about an apple's distance between the chin and the chest. Using the arms to draw yourself deeper into the asana as you relax. Then slowly lift up. Moving into a seated spinal twist. Draw the left knee up and cross the left foot over the right knee. Hugging the knee into your chest with your right arm. Look back and place your left hand on the mat, using it more to prop your spine up than as a crutch, keeping the spine straight like a spiral staircase. As you twist and look back to your left hand. Where the eyes go, the body follows. So look back as far as you can, twist a little farther, and then untwist and switch sides. Right foot crosses over the left knee, hugging the knee in with the left arm, and then looking back over your right shoulder as you press your hand into the ground to lift yourself up. Twist a little farther. Then unbind. Then slowly lower yourself down onto the mat, preparing for the bridge. Bringing your heels up by your hips. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lift your hips off the mat and press up into Setu Bandhasana, the bridge. While you're here, please do 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths, inhaling slowly and skillfully by expanding the cardiac diaphragm down, not just bloating the belly. And after your 3rd breath, please lift your heels and flow up. Lift your sternum, lift your spine. Lift your whole self up. Then slowly lower back down, hugging the knees into the chest and rocking left and right if it feels good, and taking a bit of a back massage. Hug the knees a little closer as you relax. Moving into an upside down pigeon, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Then grab underneath the right thigh and hug both legs in towards your chest, using the left elbow to gently press the hip out. As you continue to draw the legs in with your hands. If it feels good, you can shift just slightly towards the right side of your back, kind of rocking just a little bit to the right to increase the stretch. Every exhale, you draw just a millimeter closer. You relax just a little more. Then slowly lower it down and switch sides. Right ankle crosses over the left thigh. Grab underneath the left leg and pull everything in. Relax the feet. You can gently press the right elbow against the right thigh to open the hip out. Relax all muscles not being used in the asana. If you want to do a couple circles with the ankle, if that feels good, that's fine. Go ahead and take one more breath. As you exhale, extend the right leg all the way down to the mat and then twist the left knee over to the right. Tiryaksasana. Then extending the left arm out, turning the head so the nose points beyond the left hand. So legs to the right, head to the left. Twisting from your spine up through the crown of the head. It's important in this asana that the knee makes it all the way to the ground, so it's fine if the shoulder comes off a bit. Totally relaxed. Then return, switching sides, extending the left leg flat, and then bending the right knee and twisting it over to the left across the body. Then extending the right arm out to the side and turning the head so the nose points towards the hand. Relax your whole self. Go ahead and inhale back to the mat, taking both legs wide so your hips can relax, your arms wide,